Can we talk about meditation?
Whatever you want.
Okay, so sometimes when I meditate in the morning, I fall asleep. I've listened to your recordings, and I wake up and I get some water and I fall asleep. Is that fine in terms of subsiding my thoughts?
Well, of course it's fine, but it's not beneficial in the way that meditation is. And here's why. Sometimes people say, when I use a particular drug, I release resistance too. And we say, you don't really release resistance, you're just not aware of it. And so the point of meditation is to allow your vibration to rise to the equivalency of your inner being. That is our definition of the purpose of meditation. Because when you meditate and consciously quiet your mind, your vibration rises. Now, the difference between being asleep, which also causes momentum and resistance for the most part to subside, and does allow your vibration to rise, you have no conscious relationship with that improved energy because you're asleep. And when you wake up, there's no benefit to you because there was no conscious awareness of the improvement in the vibration. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And think about it. If what you were talking about were true, then everybody who gets a good night's sleep or takes a nap would wake up connected to their source, and they don't. They wake up usually in the same bad mood that they went to sleep in.
That's what I thought. So then I meditate again and again, maybe twice or three times, and after the sleep, and I do touch that place.
Well, you get to do whatever you want to do, and the way you're living your life and the intentions that you hold, everything's all right. There's no right or wrong in this. But we do want to say to you, to all of you, that when you came into this physical body, you came with the intention of your conscious mind, your awake mind, being active. And so you really have trained it to be active, and it wants to be active because you're a creator. And so when you ask your mind to be quiet for extended periods of time, it's an unnatural state of being. 15 minutes is really enough. You could meditate for 15 minutes and only achieve that detached state for a minute or two or three, and that's enough. And so usually, we're not saying it's the case with you, but usually when people meditate for longer periods of time, it is to escape the discord or unpleasantness of energy that they sense that they can't control. It's a way of sort of detaching. And we understand sometimes when you come out of meditation, you want to go right back in. We get that too. We just don't want anyone to think that it's a necessary thing to meditate for long periods of time. It's usually an escape from the deliberate creation that you came here to do.
So another physical reaction that I have to dropping in to that, to alignment,
To that detached state.
Yeah, and sometimes this happens like here, or when I'm doing something like teaching, or my eyes start to water, and it's not sadness. It's just a physical reaction to alignment in an awake state.
Tears?
Yeah.
We call it overjoy. You connect with joy that you're not vibrationally accustomed to experiencing on a really regular basis. So it just sort of spills over.
Okay. If you were in our physical shoes, I know you've said often that the optimum position is to be satisfied with where you are and eager for more. Am I misquoting that?
That's exactly what we say.
Okay.
Satisfied with what is. This platform where I am and the contrast that I'm experiencing is perfect for me. And really, the reason that we encourage a decision to be satisfied with it is because the current manifestation has manifested, and there's nothing you're going to do about the current manifestation. Everything is about the more. So if you are not railing against what is, then you have a much freer opportunity to look forward to the improvement. But if you're in that step one mode all the time, pointing out the problems or what's wrong with it, then you tend to get stuck there, and you don't allow yourself to move in the way that is possible, and in the way that you desire, and in the way that satisfaction is.
So, would it be safe to say that if we are in a state of feeling, emotionally feeling the state of contentment, and then waiting for a thought, an inspired thought, it would be a better place to be than, and I'm speaking for myself, but perhaps other people, thinking.
You've hit right on what we were going to say next, which means you received it. You've hit right on what we were going to say next. And that is, the whole purpose of meditation is to tune you to your tuner. And then as you are listening for what that tuning has accomplished, now you're at the doorway of your vortex, and what's in there is coming out to play with you. Yes.